Hi, welcome and congratulations to your 40-day health and weight loss program. We're super excited for you. I'm going to go over the whole program again. This is your video. You get to take it home. You get to watch it as many times as you want, but we're going to go over all the basics and the specifics with you on this video. So you will be getting a bag today. Everything that you need for the program is going to be in this bag. You'll be having a supplement log. It's going to look something like this, but your supplements might vary just a little bit because they're personalized for you. And then you'll also be having a little journal. So the first thing we're going to go through is your supplement log today. Really simple. It has your supplement, dosage, frequency, and the time of day that you'll be taking everything. The top 4 supplements are going to be the core supplements of the program. Everybody walks out with at least these 4 supplements. So we're going to go through those together today. So the very first supplement on your list is going to be the Nutrimost formula. Your supplement's going to look something like this. For the Nutrimost formula, you're going to be taking it 3 times a day. So what we want you to do is we want you to first tap the bottom of the bottle. You're going to want to succuss it about 8 to 10 times. That mixes up the minerals down there in the bottom. After you succuss it for those 8 to 10 times, you're going to take 0.5 milliliters, you're going to place it under your tongue, and you're going to hold for 2 minutes, and then you'll want to swallow. You want to do this with a clean, dry mouth. You're going to do it 3 times a day, in the morning when you wake up, sometime between lunch and dinner, and then right before bedtime. You want to try not to eat or drink 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after taking this bottle. So that's all explained here, and it's also explained on number 1 down here at the bottom. Okay, so that's your very first supplement. The second supplement you'll be taking is the mineral drops. Again, it's going to look something like this. The bottle might vary just a little bit. So for your mineral drops, you're going to take 15 drops. These are just like eye drops that you would put in your eye, and you're going to place it into a 24-ounce bottle of water. You want to do this sometime in your morning. You want to drink it for about 8 hours. So if you work shift work, you can adjust that to however you need to. But typically, most people will start drinking it about 7, 8 a.m. and you want to finish sometime around 4 p.m. You want to make this bottle last. That way the minerals will absorb better into your system. Okay, so that's the second one. Again, that's explained on the second row here, and it's explained on number 2 down at the bottom. Okay, the third supplement you'll be taking is Hydrovitalize. This one's a capsule, really simple. You're going to take it twice a day. You're going to take 1 cap with lunch and 1 cap with dinner. That's explained on your supplement sheet. The fourth and final core supplement of the program will be Hydromolecular. This one's a tablet. You're going to drop that tablet into a 16-ounce bottle of water. It's going to fizz up just a little bit. You want to wait for it to dissolve fully, and then you'll drink it 1 time a day, any time of the day that you'd like. So these are the 4 core supplements of the program. Everyone typically gets at least those 4. They're explained here on your supplement sheet. The bottom 2, sometimes people get less, sometimes people get more. This is dependent on your analysis. So these ones are going to be specific for you. So you just want to follow your supplement sheet on how to take those. Like I said, it has the supplement, the dosage, the frequency, and then the time of day that you'll be taking all those supplements. If you have any questions, reach out to the office. We're just 1 call away. Any of the health coaches can go ahead and explain to your supplements for you again. The next thing we want to talk about is water intake. So down here at the bottom of your supplement log, it's also going to explain water. Our ultimate goal is for you to be drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. Everybody starts this journey a little bit differently. So if you weigh, for example, 160 pounds, you want to be drinking about 80 ounces of water by the time you're done. Everyone walks out with at least 40 ounces of water. These have their supplements in them. So with your mineral drops, the 24-ounce bottle of water, and then the Hydromolecular, that's your 16-ounce bottle of water. That makes up 40. Our goal is for you, like I said, to eventually be drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. You're going to want to slowly increase as your book tells you to. So if you're not currently drinking half your body weight in ounces as your book tells you to, you're going to go ahead and start to increase by 8 ounces. The increasing will start on day 8, and then it's going to start every 5 days from there. You're going to increase by 8 ounces, and then you'll stop at half your body weight. For those of you who are already drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, that's perfect. Keep doing that. Just include it in that water. You're going to do the supplements. That's it. All right, so we're going to put that supplement log aside, and we're going to go ahead and pick up your manual journal. Everything about the program is also going to be laid out for you in this book. So we want to make sure that we go through this with you, and you'll get one of your own that you can go through and read as well. So if we flip into the first page, it gives all of our office information here. We are available Monday through Friday for phone, email, and texting. Our office hours vary by day and location, so just make sure if you need to come by to purchase any of our supplements or any of our personal care products, you give us a call before you stop in. We want to make sure that someone's available and we have the product available that you're looking for as well. All of our follow-up appointments do need to be scheduled in advance, so please make sure you give us a call so that we can schedule that follow-up appointment. And if you can't make your follow-up appointment for any reason, if you'll just be so kind as to give us a call, we'd greatly appreciate it. Your text information is listed here down in this book. You'll have your phone number. Typically, we ask you to text Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 and 5. It's best for us and Dr. Urshan if you go ahead, wake up first thing in the morning and send him over your weight. His goal is to help guide and direct you through the program. And if he gets that text first thing in the morning, if he needs you to do anything different, he can go ahead and tell you early enough so you can make adjustments to your day. He is available for emergencies on weekends and holidays. However, if your weight looks great over the weekend, go ahead and send him those numbers on Monday, and he'll go ahead and reply to you at that time. I will flip through just a couple of pages. Table of contents. This is going to show you where to find everything about the program. So if you have questions, go ahead and refer to your table of contents, and it's going to show you where to find those answers. As I flip through, you have a little welcome page. And then your before you start checklist. I want to stop here and make sure that we go through all of these things with you. These are all of the things you need to get done before you get started on your program. So we don't care if you start your program in a couple days or if you start your program in a month. It's your program, but you do want to make sure that you get everything completed on your checklist before you begin. This is really important to make sure that you're successful and that you get the best results possible in your program. So we'll go through the checklist together. The very first thing that you want to do is watch this video. I'm going to go through the whole program with you, so make sure you watch it. It's yours. You can watch it as many times as you want. Then you want to read through your complete book. There's just a little section in the front to read and a section in the back to read. This should answer all of your questions if you read through your manual journal. You want to check the list of approved personal care products. Dr. Urshan and one of the health coaches should have gone over this with you. Personal care products are a very important part of the program. This is going to ensure your success. So our program is all body chemistry. Not adhering to the list of approved personal care products could jeopardize your weight loss journey. Women especially, we can tend to lose anywhere from 7 to 10 days of weight loss for not switching out all of our personal care products. So just make sure if a personal care product is not on this list, it is not approved. So there's a list in the back of your book, and then there's also a website here that you can use, InsideKellysKitchen.com. So make sure that you go through before you start your program and you switch out all of your personal care products. The next thing you want to do is be prepared to always wear gloves when you're cleaning, washing dishes, handling oils or chemicals of any kind. Our skin's the biggest organ in our body, so we want to protect it for our 40 days. This is going to, again, ensure that you get the best results possible. You don't want to use soap in the public restrooms, so most of us carry our hand soap around with us. You can use your bar soap or use a little travel bottle and put some of the liquid soap in there as well. There's no approved hand sanitizers on the program, so just a couple things to note, but alcohol works great. So just don't use that Purell or anything like that. Just try to use the alcohol or good old-fashioned hand soap that's approved from your list. The next thing you want to check is any current vitamin supplements you're taking. You want to make sure nothing has any oils or sugars in any of them. So any sort of gummy or gel capsule you want to put aside just for your 40 days. You're getting a lot of vitamin supplements from us and a lot of good nutrients from your food. So just make sure you take a really good look at any supplements you're currently taking right now. Anything prescribed to you by your medical doctor, you're going to take as prescribed. We are not going to change any of your prescription medications, and any adjustments are going to need to be taken up with your prescribing doctor. So make sure you take those as instructed. There is no over-the-counter medications during your 40 days. We want to make sure that we're detoxing and we're cleaning out our system. So we're going to be using natural remedies. If you get anything like a headache, cold, flu, acid reflux, you just don't want to grab anything over the counter. There's a list of natural remedies in your book. If one of those don't work, please give us a call at the office or text Dr. Urshan and we'll let you know what you need to do. The next little bullet point is going to tell you to reschedule any routine medical or dental procedures just either before or after your 40 days. So don't get your teeth cleaned, your eyes dilated, blood work. You don't want to do any vaccinations just during your 40 days. You can do them before or after. You also don't want to be getting your hair done or your nails done during your program. It does mention it here on this bullet point. We want to make sure, again, we're being really, really clean with our skin. So don't get your hair done or your nails done just during your 40 days. You can do them before or after. And then the very last bullet is just going to let you know to give us a call at the office. That way you can let us know that you started your program. Again, we don't care if you start in a couple days or if you start in a month. Just let us know. We want to be there to help guide and support you, and then we'll start scheduling our next follow-up appointments with you. I flipped a couple pages in. I'm now on page 10. We're going to go ahead and start explaining the specifics of the program for you and what you're going to be doing each day. So day 1 is considered phase 1 of the program. It is a quick 1 day. Our goal for day 1 is to load up on healthy fats and oils. You're going to get no fats or oils for the rest of your 40 days. So all of your instructions are listed here, 1 through 4. We'll go through each of those little numbers together. The very first thing you want to do is start texting your weight on your very first day. You want to let Dr. Urshan know that you started your program. That way he can help guide and direct you each day. The second one, you're going to want to give us a call at the office, let us know that you started, and we'll start scheduling our next follow-up appointments with you. So these can be over the phone or they can be in person. They're typically very fast, 5-10 minute appointments. We want to make sure that we're just here to support you and making sure that you're getting the best results possible in your program. So call us when you start. The next thing you want to do is start taking all of your vitamin supplements on day 1. They're going to start your very first day. And then number 4, that's going to explain to you that our goal is to load up on healthy fats and oils. So this is your list of healthy fats and oils. You can eat any of these on day 1. You can also eat anything off of your food list day 1. But the main priority for day 1 is fat. So the more fat we eat the first day, the better prepared our body is going to be the next 2, 3, 4 days to start getting our body into fat metabolism. So anything off of this list is approved. And you can also eat anything off of your food list. Don't track your calories on day 1. You can eat as much as you want. There's no limit. Remember that the more you eat, the better results that you're going to get the next couple of days, and it helps prepare your body for the next phase of the program. So if I flip in one page, it has day 1. This is where your journal pages are going to get started. So these are for you to help track and make sure that you're taking all your supplements, you're tracking your water, and you're eating the right foods. So it just explains here, you don't need to track your calories on day 1. Eat as much as you want. You're going to eat until you're satisfied. You can eat plenty of healthy fats and oils. That's the goal for day 1. And then the last little bullet point is just going to tell you can also eat anything off your food list. So this is for you to track day 1 of your program. So the very next page, page 13, is going to explain days 2 through 40. This is considered phase 2 of your program. All of your instructions are listed here. It does talk about food prep because we won't be cooking with any oils, fats, butters, cooking sprays days 2 through 40. So we can still cook the same, we just have to think just a little bit differently about how we're going to cook. So you can use things like non-stick pans, air fryers, you can bake your food, you can barbecue. We just don't want to coat our pans in any of those non-stick items, so the oils, the butters, or the cooking sprays. So make sure you refer down here for cooking techniques. If you flip the next page over, it is going to talk about pink salt. We provided it for you. This is the only salt that you can use on the program. We want you to use it. It's good for you. So anywhere from about 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon a day is great. You want to sprinkle that on your food. You don't want to cook it because then you're going to cook all the good nutrients and minerals off of it. So make sure you apply it to your food after it's cooked. Approved condiments, you can use any of these throughout your program. Those are all fine. And then it does talk about stevia. That is the only sweetener that we allow, and it gives you the details there. So if you look over to the next page, page 15, this is where your journal pages are going to start for days 2 through 40. So just in a nutshell, you're going to wake up each day, you'll write your date and the weight, and then you'll make sure you text Dr. Urshan so that he can see your numbers. You'll be taking your supplements each day. You'll drink and track your water. Days 2 through 40, we won't be eating breakfast on the program. We're going to be doing some intermittent fasting. So for breakfast, you can have water, coffee, or tea. Those are the only beverages. Coffee, you want to limit yourself to about 16 ounces a day, ideally. Your coffee is going to be black, but you can use the stevia as a sweetener. Down here is for you to track your lunch and your dinner meals. So for lunch, really simple. You're going to pick 1 protein off your list, 1 vegetable, and 1 fruit. And dinner, you're going to do the exact same thing. You'll pick 1 protein off your list, 1 vegetable, and 1 fruit. Our goal is for you to get in about 800 calories a day. If you're hungry though, you can always eat more food. Most of our patients eat in the range of 500 to 800. You do want to make sure that 500 calories is your absolute minimum for the day. So anywhere in that 500 to 800 range is perfect. I went ahead and flipped to the very end of your book because I want to show you a food list back here. So page 78. If you flip it on its side, this is just a general food list, but this page is going to help you figure out those calories per ounce on your food. So the first column is going to be a list of proteins, vegetables, and fruits. We give you down here at the bottom a minimum protein size. So stick with this at least for your minimum. However, if you're hungry, you can always increase that serving size for your protein. So what you want to do for lunch, you'll pick 1 thing out of your protein column, 1 thing out of your vegetables, and 1 thing out of your fruit. You can always increase your protein or your vegetable serving size. The only thing you do not want to increase is your fruit serving size. So the fruit serving size is listed here. So just make sure you refer to this column and you stick with whatever is on this list. We don't want you to do any additional sugar than what is listed. At the very bottom, it gives you just some rules of thumb. Basically, if a food's not on your food list, it is not approved. We didn't miss anything, so just make sure that you're specifically picking foods off your food list. This is going to ensure that you get the best results possible. Just a couple other things to note. Down here, there's some do not eat foods that people typically think are approved, but they are not approved. So just make sure that you're very careful and you are picking foods off your food list. So if I flip just a couple pages back, if you refer to page 74, this is a phase 2 sample menu. So we went ahead and did all of the work for you for a full week. We wanted just to show you how you could break your meals down. Typically what's best is for people to eat their protein and vegetable together, and they want to save their fruit for a snack for about 1 hour to 2 hours after their meal. We did it at the absolute minimum calorie count, so you can always increase these serving sizes. Make sure that you're not hungry. Just make sure you only increase your protein or your vegetables and you do not increase your fruit serving size. You can follow this menu if you'd like, or you can create your own menus. It's totally up to you. If you look over at page 75, there's a couple pages back here that have recipes for seasonings, dressings. You can use any of these throughout your program, so feel free to get creative with these and put them on your food. So what I want you to do is go ahead and pick your supplement packet back up. There's also a personalized food list in this packet, so you can eat anything out of the back of your manual journal, but this packet is going to be specific for you. So if you flip in through this packet, you're going to have your own specific food list. What one of the health coaches would have done is they're going to make scribbles on your food list. They crossed off what the columns say. They don't matter, so please disregard them. Our goal for you is to create variety. So the more variety you create in your food list, the better results that you're going to get. So for example, if you eat chicken on Monday, you want to try not to eat chicken again until Wednesday or Thursday. This is just because we're results driven, and we find that your body gets much better results if you create more variety. A couple things to note are things like a chicken breast and ground chicken can be considered 2 different proteins, and same thing like a steak and some ground beef, turkey breast and ground turkey. These can all be considered 2 separate proteins. So when creating variety, just keep that in mind because you can certainly use those more often that way. So the first page would be your protein list. If you flip in, the second page is going to give you your vegetables. You want to do the same thing and create as much variety as possible. One of our little rules here as well is that we'd like you to only pick 1 vegetable per meal. So we find that not doing multiple vegetables, you get better results. For example, there's no salads, there's no stir fries. You want to pick 1 vegetable per meal. So for lunch, I'm eating broccoli, and for dinner, I'm going to eat asparagus. That way we just let our body have an easier time digesting those foods and we get better results. So this next page will be your vegetable list. If I flip in, the following page is going to be your fruits. A health coach would have crossed off the line. Sorry, there's no alcohol for your 40 days. Again, results driven. We want you to get the best results possible, so please don't drink during your program. The serving size for your fruit is listed in the back of your book. Make sure that you're very specific with your fruit serving size. Do not increase those. But again, you can always increase protein or vegetables if you're hungry. The very bottom is going to show you beverages. You can do coffee, tea, water, carbonated water. Your carbonated water, you do want it to be plain, so don't do any flavored LaCroix or Perrier's, but feel free to use some fresh lemon or lime and the stevia. Those are all fine. Tea, you want to brew it yourself with tea bags. Don't do any pre-store made teas, but those tea bags are just fine. And then coffee is going to be black. And again, the only sweetener that you can use is stevia. But remember, water is your best friend. And our goal is to be drinking half our body weight in ounces, hopefully by the end of the program. If I flip through to the very last page, you're going to have a big list of herbs, spices, and seasonings. Day 2 through 40, you can put any of these on your food. You can mix them. You can have as many of the herbs and spices as you want, so create variety. One little rule though is you don't want to use any pre-made spice blends because we want to avoid some of the sugars and salts that they typically put in those things. So just make sure when you're picking a spice that it's a single spice seasoning, nothing pre-made, but feel free to create your own spice blends. So just few last things to know. Make sure you're reading through your full book, and the back of the book has a lot of great information. There's just a couple pages back here that I want to touch on and remind you about. Page 62 talks about plateaus. So even though our program is great and wonderful, we all hit plateaus. It's body chemistry. Plateaus are very normal, so you can expect them throughout the program, but this page 62, is going to help you figure out what to do when you hit a plateau. Dr. Ershon is going to tell you to do things called plateau breakers, so make sure before you get started on the program, you read through page 62, you understand what a plateau would be for us and what to do if you get in one, because he might tell you to do one of those things called plateau breakers. They're explained here. The next page I want to show you is page 69. This is your Cliff Notes page. There's a bunch of bullet points. We'd love it if you read these, every day for the first week of the program. These are going to go through frequently asked questions with you. So these are just going to be those quick little snippets of information that's going to go through and remind you about everything that you might have forgotten. One of the things that the Cliff Notes is going to mention is that your personalized supplements are designed to run out. So the core supplements of the program, those 4 core ones we went and explained at the very beginning of this video, those ones will last for your full 40 days and sometimes even a bit longer. But your your personalized supplements are designed to run out. So those ones are going to run out around day 20 to day 30 of your program. They're to help aid and support you through the detox of the program. So once those supplements run out, they're fine. You don't need them anymore. You won't be re-upping on them. You'll just go ahead and continue with what you have left. So we just wanted to again congratulate you on starting this health and wellness journey with us. We're really excited for you. You're going to do great. So just make sure that you give us a call if you have any questions at all. Again, there's always a health coach here to help support you. Dr. Ershon is only a text away, and we want to make sure that you have lifelong success and that you're really, really happy by the end of your program. So just make sure that you reach out to us if you need anything at all. Congratulations.